Hello everyone, a very good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of the viewers. This is your host Vaibhav. In today's session of JForex indicators, we will be looking at the properties, the concept, the uses, the customization options of a indicator known as ROC, which stands for rate of change. From the name itself, you can make a guess that this indicator is used to look at the change of the prices and try to measure the rate of change of the prices over the given period of time. So we simply compare whatever is the current price with the price which prevailed over a certain period of time, over some period of time which we have to determine, and then we compare those prices. So whatever is the difference, we take that difference into account and divide it by the time at prior period, and then we multiply by 100, so we arrive at this percentage change. We get to know if the price is on the rise or if it is in decline, and how much it is rising, how much it is declining, so we can make an idea of the rate of change, and using that we can make trading decisions. We can see if the momentum is strong enough, if it is bullish or bearish, doesn't matter, but the momentum has to be strong. And only if the momentum is strong enough, if we are seeing that the rate of change is meeting some predetermined criteria, we can go for the initiation of the trade. So that's how this indicator can be utilized to look for optimum opportunities to trade in the financial markets, whether it is a forex currency trade or index trade, or even for that matter commodity or share stocks. You can use this indicator on any instrument of your choice available on this platform, the newly released JForex 4 platform, and you can try taking the advantage of these indicators customization options given to you. This is the Euro USD chart drawn on the hourly time frame. I will add the indicator here. So for that, we can go for these two options. If you press F3, you get this add indicator option. If you go for F4, you get this quick search. So all you have to do is type in the name of the indicator, which is rate of change. So I am typing in, and here we have it: price divided by prior price minus 1 multiplied by 100. All, all right. So this is the indicator. Now this is being done with the default parameters. The calculation period is 10. That simply means the current price, whatever is the applied price, if it is close price, high price, low price, or other types of prices like median price, typical price. So whatever is your applied price, you are comparing that applied price with the applied price 10 periods back, and whatever is the difference, that difference is now being normalized and taken in terms of the percentage value. So we can compare easily the price change. It becomes easier, much easier for us to compare the price change when we used normalized output for any indicator. So we can compare, we can see if the momentum is bullish and bearish, and how much it is bullish and bearish. We can take that into account and then trade accordingly. So here you can notice that in today's session we have the momentum on the bearish side. We are seeing that this rate of change is in the negative territory. That means if we compare this price, current price, with the price that prevailed 10 hours back, it is on the lower side, and here the rate of change is also being determined. So earlier in the day we had this rate of change quite on the lower side, but after that the rate of change has actually stabilized, and it is not going into deeper into the negative territory. Rather it is reducing. So that means the reversal of sort is possible if we were to interpret this data that way. We can interpret this output of the ROC in multiple ways. If we see that the output is going deeper and deeper into territory, and the rate of change is actually on the rise, whether it is on the lower side or on the higher side, that means the momentum is gaining further strength. But if the stabilization happens, and if we see that the momentum is waning, the rate of change is not really increasing anymore, in that case we can go for profit booking if we have prior trade open, or we can simply look to ride out this consolidation phase, and then when there is a fresh initiation of the momentum, we can try to make new trade entries. So this is one of the ways to utilize this indicator, and also in the classical sense, you can also look at this zero as a critical marker dividing the bullishness and the bearishness. So whenever the momentum shifts from one side to other, you can try to initiate the trade. So here, if we look at this ROC, earlier in the day we had this momentum shifting from bullish to bearish, so that might have been the time to initiate the new short sell trade. Similarly, if we go to yesterday's session, we saw the momentum changing from bearish to bullish, and there also you could have gone on for the initiation of the long trade. So these are various ways in which you can utilize this indicator, and this indicator is going to give you quite a good sense of what is happening, how the price dynamics is unfolding in the instrument of your choice, and then you can try to make the trading decisions based on that pricing data. So here now we consider what are the customization options available to us on the platform. So for that, I'm going to consider these editing options given to us. We can go for different types of applied prices. We can use all these applied prices: the close price, open price, high price, low price, median price, typical price, weighted close price. All the options are given to us. So which kind of applied price you use is also going to have a large impact on what kind of output you get. So here you do have to pay attention to what kind of applied price you want to use, and whatever suits your criterion, then that price can be utilized as your chosen setup setting for this calculation of the indicator. Now, if you want to get involved in the long trade in the first instance of the reversal, then it is better to use the high price for figuring out the rate of change. And if you want to be early enough to catch the bearish drift, the bearish turnaround in the trend, then in that case, the low price is likely to do a much better job. So you can go for this differentiation, this criterion, this defining of the input parameters as per the need of the setup. You can define the indicator in multiple ways, and it is likely to serve your interest in different possible manners. Now I will restore it back to the default. The calculation period can also be varied if you simply want to take into consideration the price rise or price decline over the shorter duration of time. Then it is better to use lower time frame for this calculation. Now here I am using simply 5. So last 5 candles are being taken into consideration for the calculation of these indicators. So in this way, the price fluctuation is likely to be a lot higher than when we use higher time frame for the calculation of the indicator. So as is the case with all other indicators, here also there is a trade-off between the lag and the reliability has to be taken into consideration, and only after that we can determine what kind of calculation period is likely to serve our requirement in the best possible manner. Now if instead of 5 I go for 50, you will see that this output is not going to fluctuate that much. It is rather going to be stable, and here the trend change is not going to happen too frequently. Only when there is significant price rise or price decline, only in that scenario we will see this trend change taking place. So here, as we have the hourly price still above what it was 50 hours back, we have the momentum being denoted on the bullish side when we are using 50. as our calculation period for the calculation of the rate of change. So this way it is quite evident that depending on your requirement you will have to vary this calculation period, and it is going to cast a significant impact on the kind of output kind of signals are generated by the indicator. Now let us see what more can be done with the editing options, editing parameters. Output, you can style up the indicator in any way you want. You can go for different color combinations, you can go for same color, or you can go for different color combinations. Style also can be varied, and weight, it can be increased, it can be decreased. Transparency, if you don't want the indicator to look too prominent on the chart, you can even decrease its transparency. If you want to add any level, if you want any particular price to act as your defining parameter. Now here I have added 0 as a critical marker, so it becomes easier for me to see what the momentum is and how it is shifting. So you can define this kind of levels for the output of the indicator, and it is always up to you. There is no preset predetermined level which is going to work all the time. You have to define this keeping in mind all the observations you have done, and then see how you can take advantage of the market dynamics in the best possible manner. All right. Coming to the advanced editing options, we get this option to recalculate only on new candle. In this case, the output is going to remain constant throughout the current candle period if you opt for this option. So this is a way to stabilize this output of the current hourly candle. Else, it will keep varying depending on what is your current applied price for the given period of time. Highlight the time period zone if you want whatever is the calculation period to be easily identified. Then you can go for this highlight the current calculation period, and whatever is the calculation period it will be highlighted, so it becomes easier to identify your time horizon. Customization can also be done for the instrument, for the candle period, and for the spread side. So all these parameters are going to cause a significant impact if you use the instrument simply from the chart. So whatever is the instrument on the chart, your indicator will be plotted for that. But if you simply specify that any particular instrument should be there, so only for that instrument this indicator will work, and for other instrument you will have to plot it anew. The candle period can also be used from the chart, or you can specify it from these options available to you. So if you use it from the chart, then you can have the indicator plotted for all the candle periods whenever you use different time period for defining the indicators and this chart. So here now the ROC is being plotted with candle period being defined at 15 minutes, and if I change it to half an hour, then the calculation will be done accordingly. But if I specify that only certain candle period should be used for the calculation of the indicator, then it won't matter what is the current chart's candle period. It will be calculated as per the defined criterion. Now here the chart is hourly time frame, but the calculation is being done with the each candle being defined for the 15 minutes only. All right. So now I will restore it back to use it from the chart. The spread side can be used from the chart, or it can be ask or bid. So you have to see there is going to be slight difference in the output depending on what kind of applied side you're using, the ask and the bid. All right, show indicator on all the periods. If you want the indicator to be available on all the candle periods whenever you make the change, you have to opt in for this option. Now here it will be plotted for all the candle periods, but if I specify that the indicator should be available only on certain time frames and not the other, then you will have this indicator only on those time frames, but not the other. Now that we have specified the indicator to be available on only 4 hourly chart, we don't have the indicator being plotted for us on other time frames. All right. So I think we are almost done with these customization options provided to us on this platform, the JForex platform. So I would suggest that you try it out, see how you can take advantage of these various tools, various options provided to you to customize this indicator in the manner you deem fit. So that you can take advantage of defining a system which is likely to give you higher probability of making money. So that's my suggestion, that you try to figure out the combination using all these tools available to you on these platform. So that's all from my side for today's session. I will be back on Monday with a new indicator. We will see how we can learn more about the indicator and then try to make a profit using the entries generated by that particular indicator. For further coverage of the market developments, do check out the Dukascopy Analytics page. We are also available on the Facebook. You can reach out to us there too. For trying out this newly released platform, I have also added the link in the bio. So give it a try and let me know how it works out for you. Thank you all for joining in. Have a fabulous day and fabulous weekend. See you on Monday. Goodbye.